And what do you think about the cover? Because you never said. I'm guessing you don't like the cover.
You always asking me for my opinion, and then when I give you my opinion, you like, what?
You don't like the cover.
I don't like it.
I figured. That's why you didn't say it. But the cover is personal though. This is actually a shot when I was in
That's you?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is actually a shot when I was in the military.
I think the font is too basic.
No, I didn't. That's military though.
That's military font? That's what they call it?
That's how we write. Yeah, so it's like, it's perfect. So, I mean, basic is good.
If you like it, I can dig it. I can respect it. I was gonna say if you like it, I love it, but then that would be me lying.
That would be
and I never lie.
That's a lie.
Hey, what's going on, world? I'm Wesley from Aconnectiontv, the network. The one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections to spot our differences. And
walking in your building now. He would walk in right when we start recording, right?
Oh, that's the third part.
Let me pour his drink.
This was called Three Men, but you know, I was wondering if the third man was gonna show up. All right, we're gonna stop, and then we'll be right back after these messages. We started before you said you was walking in.
So, yeah.
So the third man is here.
What's up?
And y'all love y'all some
Three men.
Dustin.
I thought it was 3 men, not
I
third.
was late, but I came just for
3 men. 3 men, not third man.
That's right.
3 men.
He wouldn't be the third. He wouldn't be the 3. He would be the third. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking about the title.
Yeah, but I was talking about him
Title
being
is
the
third
third man.
It's 3 men.
They already know that. Anyways, when you got here, we were talking about the fact that I don't lie as much as he do. And the title is Do You Lie? Do you lie? Do you ever lie?
Sometimes lying
I'm sure
is
we're going to be
necessary.
talking about more than just.
We're going to be talking about a couple of things, but yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes lying is necessary. The truth hurts sometimes. I think that a lot of people lie out of protection of other people, and I know that sounds crazy, but that is really why people lie, especially like in relationships. You sometimes when you love a person or whatever, you don't want to hurt their feelings, and it's not always about like covering up your behavior, but you lie about other things that you may not be the most proud of, or things that you know will cause them some type of grief. You lie about it.
And sometimes you don't even really have to lie about it. You can just omit, you know, omit it, and that way it keeps you from lying. Although in their eyes, it's still going to be lying because you didn't say anything. But sometimes you just don't need to know everything. You know, sometimes things are meant to be sacred with ourselves, and like, that's all you need to know. Like,
it's okay to keep some shit to yourself.
Yeah, it's all right.
Some things
it's all
okay
right.
to keep, you know, put away for safekeeping.
Yeah.
You know, all information is not necessary.
And if we think you can handle what we keep secret, then we'll let you know. We'll tell you. But if we don't think you can handle it, then it's worth lying about. I wouldn't say worth lying about, because nothing is really worth lying about. But, you know, we protect your feelings.
Don't nobody want to be lied to per se. However, those same people that don't want to be lied to don't want to be hurt either. Don't nobody want their damn feelings
Nobody
hurt.
wants to be hurt.
So if
nobody wants to deal with that.
If you can fucking meander your way around some shit and line things up a certain way to make information more comfortable, you know what I mean, and more tolerable, then why wouldn't you do that out of concern for a person?
Now, if you're a pathological liar, then you got a problem.
That's a totally different.
You got a problem. We don't condone that.
That's a totally different episode.
What we're condoning is that sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes the truth don't need to be said.
Everything ain't pretty.
And if it's not that big of a deal, then sometimes you just don't need to know.
You have to pick and choose your battles.
Exactly.
Seriously. And so I'm all about being upfront and forthcoming, probably to a fault, probably to my own detriment, but I do recognize that sometimes you have to put bumpers on shit for people. You just do. It's just the way that it is. And a lot of you, the same people, not you, same people, but a lot of the same people who are uncomfortable with lying, or who have so much to say about people not telling them everything, you lie on your damn resume.
Thank you.
You lie about what jobs you have and what work experience you had so you can get to the next gig.
Now, one thing you don't need to lie about is your damn status.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
that's a problem in this community right here. A lot of people lie about their status, and that's a problem. You know, the biggest thing and the biggest turn on for a lot of people is that if you're upfront with them about your status, it gives them an opportunity to choose whether or not they want to continue down that journey, which is our choice, right? So like, be honest about your status, and if you don't know your status, please go find your status out and go get tested.
It's interesting that you say that, because I had 2 beautiful men come out and tell me their status right up front. That's like one of the first questions that I asked. If we're even talking about anything sexually, I asked you what your status is, and they were just like, I'm this, and that's what it is. And I was like, okay, that's hot. You know, the fact that they're able to do that. But at the same time, some people just run because they're not knowledgeable about the virus and all of that. So
I've been through that. I've been through a situation where they didn't tell me the status, and then right after that situation, I met somebody, and the first day of us talking, and we were sitting there, we were talking for hours, and all of a sudden they said, before this gets any further, I need you to know that I'm positive. And I was like, oh, wow. And it was a turn on for me, the fact that they didn't even let it go any further. Like, they told me right then and there, versus a situation that I got out of where, you know, I was almost, you know, got.
Interesting. I think everything you guys said is on point. But I think one of the problems that people have with me is that I don't have a filter, and it tastes nasty.
No, it's a Chardonnay, but it's sweet. Why'd you cut up that off? Keep going.
Oh, making noises over there. I don't really have a filter, so I tell people that if you don't want to know my opinion or the truth of how I feel, then don't ask me, because I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like, the only thing that I've lied about for the most part is like work. When I don't feel like going to work and I want to call out.
You just said you don't lie.
Yeah, I was lying when I said that.
Exactly.
But anyways, like when I don't want to go into work, I'll say, you know, I'm busy, or I got something came up or something like that. I'll do that, but that's to the extent of my lies. Like, there's not, for me, I feel that there's nothing to lie about.
Do you lie to yourself?
With what? What do you mean?
Anything. Do you lie to yourself?
I'll answer that question. Yes, he does. Yes, you do.
With what? Give me an example.
Okay. We've had some conversations, right? You know, we've had some conversations, right?
We're talking now, so this is a conversation. So go ahead.
We've had some conversations about your dating tips, your dating things, and everything, right? People you date, you know, things like.
And what have I lied about?
Things like that. I think a lot of times, and I'm just gonna say, I think a lot of times people don't want to know the truth about themselves, and so they lie to themselves to keep from.
Metrell?
Explain, because to be honest, the whole world knows my business.
Far as say for instance, let's use the last video for example, shall we? When you said that you don't think that you should compromise in any relationship. Right.
He was lying.
Thank you.
No. Well, okay. Let's talk about that real quick. No, let's talk about that real quick. Because what do you know that I've compromised and myself, like compromising myself?
I didn't finish.
Because that was the whole argument that I was trying to make in that video. But everybody was all Team Metrell and Team Dustin on some extracurricular shit. At the end of the day, all I was saying,
now if you tell the truth,
can I finish?
No, you listen.
All I was saying,
you never and you let me finish.
Go ahead, and then I'm gonna go off.
Now, what I was saying before I was really interrupted, chocolate, shit. Shit.
Know what you're talking about before you speak. Know what you're talking about before you speak.
You know what you say before you speak, and therefore you won't be lying.
So go ahead. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Why are you being extra?
I had so much faith in you in that conversation.
Shut up. Go ahead.
So you should have lied to me, because now you just let me down by Metrell telling the truth.
So what I'm saying, Wesley,
heartbroken,
whatever,
is that I think you lie to yourself about why you really can't keep a relationship, or why.
An example. Give me an example.
That's the biggest example you need. You're single and you can't keep a relationship.
So no. What you were trying to prove is how I lied to myself
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
you lie to yourself.
So give me the proof.
You asked me, we've had some conversations, and I will not say what those conversations consisted of, but what I will say is...
So how are you going to prove your example if I don't know what you're talking about?
To disclose that to make your point.
I don't.
Yes, he does.
No, I don't.
Yes, he does. Look now, what we're not going to do is allow the two red hats to attack me, okay?
Oh, we both got a red hat.
If you're going to prove a point, prove the fucking point.
So
because I don't hear the example. I don't hear it.
Have you heard anything?
Yes.
Make your point.
I heard you talk.
Make your point.
So make your point.
Okay. My point is, Wesley, is the fact is, if you can't keep a steady relationship, then the problem isn't the people in the relationship.
So what you're saying is if everybody's saying if everybody's having the same outcome that's involved with a person, we won't even say you specifically.
Y'all talk about
that's involved with the person.
So I lied about what? No, I want. If we're gonna have.
We're talking about you lying to yourself.
About what?
Accepting responsibility.
You accepting your own responsibility about the reason why.
So when we had this conversation, I didn't say that I was part to blame for the reason why I'm single.
Yeah, part, but you said part, but you're fully to blame for the reason why you're single.
Really? So when dealing with two people, it's only one person.
Dustin's not out of it either.
But the difference is I own my shit.
I own my shit.
I tell you up front.
I own my shit.
I'm the best nature.
Now see, me and Metrell have had certain conversations about certain individuals that we both know. So that's what he's basing his opinion off.
And can I tell you?
It's my turn to talk. It's my turn to talk. If you know me, okay, I'll be the first one to tell you that I'm the sole reason as to why I'm single. For many of the situations that I've encountered with a lot of these people in New York City, okay? I've accepted that and I've dealt with it. Where I am right now, I'm okay. I don't need to be in a relationship. I don't go out seeking a relationship. Truth be told,
sometimes Wes is a little naive and too vulnerable.
Sometimes you need to realize where you fucked up, accept it, and move the fuck on. I've done that. I'm not the same Wesley that spoke to him a long time ago, the same emotional, sensitive Wesley that spoke to him about a particular person that he keeps bringing up.
There was not just one person.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was, because anyways, I'm not the same person. At the end of the day, I know where I fucked up, and I can admit that. But that has nothing to do with, I'm not lying to myself.
Before you got there,
how am I lying to myself?
Before you got to the point of realization, you were.
When we spoke about that person, I never told you that person was the reason why I'm single.
But you know what you did say. You know what you said.
That's not what he's saying, though.
That's not what I'm saying.
He's saying I didn't accept any responsibility for it at all, and that's a lie.
You kept blaming them, and I said,
well, this is what he's saying.
Go ahead. Maybe you can clearly explain it.
You just said that you didn't say, okay, that you were the reason that you were single.
This whole video is not going to be Let's Attack West.
Right. It's really not. It's a conversation. Now, we're all grown, right?
Right.
We're three men,
now,
right?
Three what?
Three men.
Okay. So you said that he said that you were the reason that you were single. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is that every situation that you've spoken to him about that involved you and another person, okay, in the capacity of dating and a relationship, the common denominator was you, Wes. And so what he's saying is that you have to own that shit and say that if all these situations are not working out, then let me look at me and see what I can do or what I've done that has made all of these situations.
Basically, sometimes you have to re-examine yourself to redefine yourself.
Why is that?
That's basically all I'm saying.
I like what you're saying. It's
all
cute.
I'm saying.
And I'm laughing because Metrell is not remembering the whole conversation.
I remember the whole conversation.
So that's why I'm laughing.
I remember.
And what I'm not going to do is allow him to back up his friend because his friend is kind of making sense, but his friend ain't really telling the whole story.
I'm not backing up shit.
I'm gonna just let him speak.
When I came 30 minutes late, and when I heard
whatever. At the end of the day,
what I'm really saying is sometimes.
Okay, what are you really saying?
Sometimes you have to redefine yourself. To define yourself.
Okay.
And sometimes in doing so, you lie to yourself. And you've done that.
I mean, if that's how you feel for yourself, I guess.
Well, actually, yeah,
so you're not open to.
I don't lie to myself. I don't.
Okay. Well, you know,
maybe in the past.
Okay, I give example.
Maybe in the past.
Hold on, Metrell.
But I don't lie to myself.
Last week when we sat here and had this kind of conversation, and we focused on my perspective with dating, I actually listened to what everybody said, and it changed me.
Okay.
It changed some things about me. So maybe.
Okay.
Just maybe.
Okay.
Just maybe. You might want to step in the bathroom and get a Q-tip and clean them out. And go ahead and listen to what's being said.
Was you lying to yourself? Was you lying to yourself when you was telling yourself those contacts was cute?
Oh God.
No, I wasn't, because I thought they were.
See what I mean?
That's not a lie. That's me thinking that they're cute to me, because that's my opinion. Now, if you didn't think they were cute, they weren't cute to you, but they were cute to me.
These are
the liars were everybody that said they were cute, and then when I took them out, was like, I'm glad you took them out. Now those are the liars.
I never said that.
But I wouldn't care about that, because you should do what you want to do.
But at the end of the day, he's trying to be cute. That's all he's trying to do.
No, it's not about being cute. It's never about being cute.
Really?
What do I need to be cute for?
I'm in front of y'all. You are trying it, Metrell.
I'm talking to you, Wesley.
And you're trying
you can't handle the conversation.
You don't like it when
you need to excuse yourself.
No, because I have no. Let's see. What y'all fail to realize is that I have no problems when it's
we're
factual.
failing to realize.
When still talking, you wanted to hear me, so hear me.
No,
okay. At the end of the day,
Wes don't like that shit.
At the end of the day, don't like what? No,
when it's Wes don't mind getting anybody together. Let me tell you, Wes don't like getting anybody together. But when the table is turned on him,
just make sure if you're gonna get me together, get me together. It would have made more sense. It would have made more sense if you were there, because you seem to have some common sense about you.
Thank you.
So you wouldn't have everything that you just said. You would have known what the conversation was about if you were there. But because he wouldn't have. Because he's picking and choosing.
But I can't disclose everything the conversation.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. But
that's not being fair. I can't disclose everything the conversation was about, because it's really, really, really private. So you know I can't disclose that. So why
whatever.
To be honest though, when it comes to making like a point, you really don't even have to get into
you don't have to get into.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyways, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you. If you ask me something, you ask my opinion, and you don't want to know the truth, don't ask me, because I'm gonna tell you the truth.
How's that wine?
That's it.
Empty.
It's all right.
Excuse me, my bad.
Thank you.
I don't think you should lie in relationships. I don't think you should lie in friendships.
Should you lie on the 3-man panel?
I'm so serious.
No,
I'm very serious.
And I'll agree with him. I don't think you should lie in friendships at all.
I don't think you should lie, period.
However, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Okay.
I think I'll use my own relationship example. I've lied quite a few times in this relationship. And I've gotten lied to quite a few times in this relationship. But it comes to a point where, like, those are beginning stages. You're gonna lie a lot in the beginning stages. Shit, you're gonna lie throughout the whole relationship. But there comes a point in that relationship where you guys are so comfortable with each other, the password on your phone don't matter, the passcodes don't matter, in your computer. None of that matters, because everything's out in the open. Like, it takes a while to get to that point, but once you're at that point, that's that comfort zone that you want to stay at. Now, once that is tempered with, say, they cheated on you, or, you know, they got caught up in some bullshit, then all other things like just fall apart, because lying and omitting shit comes in play. And then being
if your boyfriend cheated on you this week, would you want to know about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you wouldn't want him to lie about it?
No.
Even if it hurt you, you wouldn't want him to lie about it?
It's gonna hurt me, but I mean, keeping it from me, you're playing me.
So you want to know the truth?
I definitely want to know the truth about that.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, the truth hurts, right? Truth hurts sometimes. And
I'm gonna tell y'all, tell me the truth all the time. Tell me the truth all the time. Now he did tell me he didn't like my contacts, so he was the only person. He was the only person that told me that they didn't like my contacts. Actually, he was the only person that told me that he did not like my contacts. So I appreciate that. Because everybody else apparently lied. Because it was like 5 people
and you know why
that when I took the contacts out, they was like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you took those contacts out."
But I did that though because I used to wear contacts. But I knew the reason why I wear contacts, and like the reason why I wear contacts is because I felt like I had my dad's eyes. And I didn't like looking at the shit, so I felt like contacts was changing it. I felt like the reason why Wes was wearing contacts because he was hiding something.
What the fuck can you hide with contacts?
Pupils.
Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid.
People see who you really are through your eyes.
No,
so if you're hiding your eyes,
fuck all of that. Fuck
that's
all
true.
of that. At the end of the day,
you can see who somebody really is through that.
At the end of the day, everybody hiding their feet because everybody wears shoes and sneakers and shit.
Though. That's like self-image and stuff.
And I don't really care about all that.
A lot of people. We're not talking about you though.
You care. You wear the contacts.
I'm not talking.
Take off your hat.
I don't mind that.
Okay, I don't mind my contacts either. But it's that simple.
I'm not.
It's that simple.
I'm not talking about you though. I'm talking about people. A lot of people that don't like how they look, they do things like that and alter their image, within reasonable,
aka plastic surgery,
to be more comfortable with themselves.
You're funny.
Lip gloss.
Bitch, you got on shit too in them lips. Boy. Metrell, I'm trying not to read throughout this whole video.
Ew, you sweating?
Yes, I am. But anyways.
It's hot. He upset.
No, Metrell's trying it.
How am I trying it?
You trying it. You brought up a half-ass topic to talk about.
I bring up the whole topic?
So you still mad about the compromise?
Right.
Because he's lying.
Could I have
But he's lying. Said what he was lying about.
He's lying. No, he's lying.
You still haven't said what he's lying about.
So at the end of the day, people should not lie.
Am I lying? What am I lying about?
The fact that I didn't take any responsibility for that particular situation.
Now you have. But
don't do that. Don't do that, Metrell. Don't do that.
But that is what it is.
You need to remember the conversation.
I did remember the conversation.
Y'all actually need to move on.
Anyways.
Spill it.
You can't spill it.
Need to
anyways.
He keeps going back on it.
No, we could. Next topic. This bitch trying it.
Next. Wesley wanted to talk about tops and bottoms for some odd reason.
He didn't want to talk about that.
I know. I really didn't either.
I've been to school. Like, we got other things we can talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good and grown.
So we're going to skip that topic.
We can talk about so many other things.
Because it really doesn't matter.
Like, come on.
Right.
What the fuck, man? Like.
So then the next topic was
money and friends. And it's funny because he just told me that he lent somebody some money and it was a huge situation.
Oh!
What? I don't lie. Anyways, I'm not going to bring up specifics. But I've lent a friend money too. And to be honest, I never really understood why money divides relationships. People think that money is the root of all evil. I just think that it's just money. I don't really care about it to me. So if I do something for you and it's involving money, I can care less at the end of the day because I genuinely want to do it for you. Now, the last situation where I lent someone money, they proclaimed that they were going to give it back to me without me even asking or trying to figure out what the situation was going to be. They said, I'm going to give it back to you because I know you don't have it like that, and I'm going to make sure that you get it back. As long as I owe you, you'll never be broke. You know, all those great sayings that people tell you.
As long as I owe you, you never be broke.
Just to try to reassure you, right? So the proof is in the pudding. Here we are, months and months after the situation where I, gave out the money and I still don't have the money back.
Oh, is that why you wanted to do this topic?
No, I just figured that it would be something to talk about because everybody has this particular situation.
It is
something to talk about. Mm-hmm. So, do I feel that the person is not my friend because they haven't given me the money back? No. Do I really care about the situation as far as the money is concerned? No. I just don't like it when you tell me that you're going to do something and then you don't do it. And then when I ask you about it, it's a huge issue.
I mean, that's just for me, this is a really simple issue. It's not even an issue. Number one, if I can't give you the money and not even ever have to worry about getting it back, I'm not gonna give it to you. Number two, I've never had anybody ask me to borrow money and I give it to them with the expectation of them ever giving it back to me. If we're friends and I give you some money, I just gave you the money. Whether you tell me you're gonna pay me back or not, it's a lot of embarrassment and pride involved in that. And you know, people,
but that's a different level of friendship.
Everybody can't budget, and so you know, you just have to. Sometimes you just have to put yourself in the other set of shoes and just go with it. And if you can't do that, then say no. Y'all will still be friends or whatever. Also, if we friends and like we going and kicking it and shit, I don't mind like doing something for my friend or whatever. It's just not money. It's just not a deal.
And we're not talking about paying for your brunch or dinner or buying you a couple of drinks because you can't afford it. No, we're not talking about that. It's a different level that we're talking about, friends and money. Now, I can loan a friend money, and I don't have any expectation of getting it back because I mean, it depends on how much money it is now. That's the whole thing too. It depends on how much money it is. Because I'm not gonna really loan you a whole lot of money and don't expect it back. Just it's not gonna happen. But if it's some change, like, you know, $50, $100, then okay, fine. Or whatever. I'm not gonna worry about getting that back because you actually needed it, and you were my friend, and we're talking about a real friend. We're not talking about a homie that needed some money, and I was the last person you decided to ask, and I said, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna expect that back because ain't no homie. See, there's a difference between a homie, a friend, and a brother.
Yes.
You know. There's a huge difference. Now, when we lend certain people money, it depends on who we lend money or what we expect back. Certain people I lend money I don't expect back, but there's certain people I do lend money that I'm gonna expect back. So that's a different situation.
I'm not giving you shit if I feel like I have to be in any way.
Fuck that. You signed a contract.
If I have to be, if I feel in any way uncomfortable or uneasy about the situation, I'm just gonna say no.
Yeah, and I totally agree.
I'm not even gonna put me or that person in that situation.
I totally agree.
Like,
but it becomes a deal breaker or just a situation where someone says that they're going to do X, Y, and Z, and they just don't. Like, that's the problem for me.
I feel like
so basically, y'all should shut your fucking mouth.
People need to protect themselves.
Right, shut your mouth. Don't say you give it back. Just say thank you.
No matter what they say or do, you need to be secure in your decision to give them the money in the first place. If not, then don't give it to them.
That's right, and I agree. And to this day, I
gotta protect your motherfucking self sometimes.
Right.
Like, don't even put yourself in situations.
Now, honestly, this is a weak ass topic, so we're gonna move on to the next.
Right, because I ain't giving you shit if I ain't worried about it.
So, are you worried about your money that you didn't get back?
No.
Okay.
No.
So then now we can move on. What's the next topic?
He's still mad about the first
He is. You see that? He's still mad.
No, I'm not.
I got a topic. It's kind of a situation I'm kind of dealing with right now. How you guys feel about like coming out and everything, like especially like when you come out to your parents and your parents accept it? How you feel about that?
I think that that's a very, very sensitive situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that there's any rubric or blueprint that should be followed. I just think that you know your parents know you. 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, your parents already knew you were gay anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They'll never be 100% okay with it. They'll always be uncomfortable out of protection for their kid. Then you add you factor in religion, you factor in faith, you factor in all these other issues that make it a moral thing. You factor in embarrassment and your parents having to explain that to people that, you know, watch you grow up. That's just how they feel.
Yeah.
And I think it's ridiculous, but that's how people feel. And you have to meet people where they are sometimes. So I think that you just have to go into that situation aware of the fact that, in a sense, you're taking a loss off the jump, period.
So I came out to my mom like I was young, like 20 years old or whatever, and ever since then it's been a struggle. Like my mom's a minister, so and the way I told her probably didn't help either. Mm-hmm. So I told her through text or whatever, but it was a headache, and it's been a headache. So she recently just came to visit and everything, and it's been years later, and she met the boo and everything. We took her out. She didn't pay for not one single thing this whole trip. Now the problem was when she got home. Like, I paid for her and my aunt, but the problem was when they got home, and she was posting all these pictures and everything, and she didn't post any pictures of me. Anything. She did a shout out, thanks for my son for spoiling me while I was in New York, but that was it. No pictures, anything, and I felt the ways about that. So I was like, okay. And you know, I was talking to the boo about it and everything, and he was like, maybe she forgot. I sent her the pictures. She's posting pictures that I sent her. You know, like not once there was pictures of us. And then so my thing is, I feel like it was a mistake telling her. And I'll say this because we don't owe them nothing. First off, we don't owe them the fact that, oh, hey, I'm gay. Because first off, if you're straight, did you come out to your mom and say, Mom, I'm straight? Did that happen? Did it happen? No, it doesn't happen. So why do we owe it to them to come out and say, hey, I'm gay? You know what I mean? Like that's our own business, and it's personal. And the person that ends up hurting out of anybody is ourselves. Because what if they don't take it the way we want them to take it? Then the pain is all on us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe that you come out to satisfy anyone but yourself. I think that coming out is something that you do that frees you of the burden of secrecy. Coming out is something that frees you. Y'all know I don't get personal, so I'm not. However, I know situations where it may have seemed as if it was the worst circumstance possible, and things may have been disclosed, you know, through betrayal almost. But you end up freeing yourself as
word betrayal, though.
Yeah, people sometimes will tell. I know of the situation where this person was outed to their parents by their sibling, who was harboring some feelings of jealousy on the closeness that person had with their other siblings and their parents. And so they were outed to their parents by their jealous sibling. Ultimate betrayal, okay?
I was outed, but I didn't come out on my own.
But, well, you need to clear that up. You just told them you came out through a text.
No. I didn't come out to everybody on my own. I came out to my mom on my own, but I didn't come out. You know, coming out to your parents and coming out to the world is completely different.
Well, anyway, so at the end of the day, I just think that you free yourself of all of that, and you're able to focus on the things that matter most. You know, finding your passions, you know, figuring out your career path, and really creating like a life for yourself without having to worry about being embarrassed and ashamed, and what if, you know, your parents find out, or are these people still gonna fuck with you like that, or are these relationships that are so critical, you know, still gonna be intact? You know, you free yourself of all that worry. And so that's really what the benefit of coming out is. Fuck telling someone and asking for their approval or acceptance. The point of coming out is to rid yourself of all of that shit so that you can go ahead and start living.
But that feedback that you get from all that is
you gotta
ridiculous.
be a strong, and that's what people don't realize about gay people. You have to have a strength that is unparalleled to anything else, because it's there are things that you have to worry about and things that you have to consider that the average person does not even think, not even twice, but once about.
So here's what we're gonna say to you, right? All those that are struggling with coming out, do it on your own terms. And it's not even the fact that you have to, because you don't owe it to nobody except for yourself.
And I never came out to anyone. Like,
your mom and daddy alive?
Yeah, but I never. They know, but I never said, "Mom."
Y'all never had a conversation about it.
Never. Okay. I never felt that obligated.
It's
to
not.
at all.
Sometimes it's not necessary.
Be comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
Know yourself. Know if you can handle that. Because I'm gonna be really honest with you. Coming out is not the best thing at all times, especially depending on the individual. It's not the best thing. Coming out sometimes can hurt you more than can help you. And just because if you're with somebody that's forcing you to come out, then you don't need to be with them, because they don't have your best interest at heart.
That's right.
Because like your best interest at heart, nobody should ever force you out. Nobody should ever like say you need to do this, you need to do that, when they don't even know the situation.
It takes time to make good decisions.
Yeah, and
that's something that has to be thought about and cultivated, and the timing has to be right.
Make sure you're ready.
Because that can actually be burdensome information. You know, everybody don't need to know.
It could put a heavier burden on you than the fact of keeping it in the closet.
Yes, and so it's just a very, very sensitive fucking situation that people just need to think about. And if you're not a gay person, then it would be so advantageous for the people in your life that are gay if you considered that when you dealt with them. And you consider that when you deal with other people that were gay. Think about the fact that they're dealing with the situation out of their control, that they just kind of want to be considered. You know what I'm saying? That's all you have to do is just have some type of fucking fellow feeling, you know, when you deal with people. And it's not something that is subject to your approval per se, or something that, and that's not even out of arrogance. It's a fact. Right. It's just a circumstance. Just like everybody has circumstances. So that's it.
If somebody came out to you, you're straight, whatever you want to call yourself. If somebody actually took the time to come out of you, you should take that as an honor and a privilege, because it wasn't easy for them. So like anybody that comes out of you, make them feel more comfortable. Let them know that it's okay when you accept it. Let them know that it's really okay, because they're seeking that approval, and you're the person they trusted for that, to make them feel better. So
and they're letting you know that you're relevant in their life, and that
you're important.
Right, you know, you matter to them, and so they want to you know, live in the full sense of living with you, and your relationship. It matters to them. So that's it.
While we're on this, there was a tweet that somebody tweeted us. I'm gonna pull up the tweet, and Wesley tweeted and asked people, you know, if there's anything that they wanted us to talk about.
Yeah.
And there was one tweet that kind of like stood out, and it was the stereotypes. It's coming from Olivia Benson, really SVU Law and Order at Beach Skater. How much do stereotypes about black men or black gay men affect your daily life, and how do you press through? Who wants to start that?
I will. They impact my life greatly. Mm-hmm. I am a black man living in America, and so there are things, fuck being gay, fuck sexuality, just being a black man in America, there are things that you have to deal with, we'll say, on a daily fucking basis. You are looked at, you are judged, you are prejudged, you are always assumed to be a criminal, you're always assumed to be malicious in your intent, and you always have to try to make yourself as non-threatening as possible, and it's such an imposition. So yes, my life is impacted by being a black man in America.
And the fact about the crazy thing is, just being a black man in America is hard on itself, for the very reasons that he just described. But when you add a black gay man on top of that, then we have to worry about our own community as well. Because let me tell you something, a black woman does not care too much about a gay male, because that
unless
takes
you're doing her hair,
right? That takes her chances away, and that's hard on us, because like that affects us. Like we black men, we're not even accepted for being ourselves with our own people, you know. So it's kind of hard and heartbreak.
I did a video about this, well, briefly about the topic, as far as how we as people judge each other. And I will never understand how black people judge others based on race. I will never understand how black people try to say that we all need to be equal, we all need to treat each other equally, but we judge each other, we condemn each other. Like, so it's like, the topic was, someone judging someone for something that they did in their life. And it just didn't make sense to me, because the person that was passing judgment was a lesbian. So it's like, how dare you pass judgment when judgment's passed on you every freaking day of your life? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, honestly, lesbians have it easier though.
Well, I mean, they do and they don't, but I mean,
people get caught up in their own situations, and they don't realize that a lot of things that happen to you are opportunities for you to teach someone something. There are opportunities for you to have a teachable moment. So if you can step outside of your own personal feelings sometimes and just look at a situation logically, you can take advantage of the opportunity. So that lesbian, I don't know anything about that story, who it was or what they were going through. But it would have been great had they been in that situation and said, well, you know what, obviously I faced some challenges, you know, by people assuming things about me or excluding me based on them knowing this information. So let me take this opportunity to extend, you know, that courtessy to this person.
That would only make sense.
Through this.
Yeah, that would
It would be great.
Sense. Yeah.
You know, and so that's just what the problem is. I don't know. Another thing that I think is interesting and of note is that you don't always want to necessarily be. I think it's fantastic that there's been a wave of new acceptance of homosexuality
to a certain
or gayness, whatever. You know, and I feel like, you know, I think it's great overall in the grand scheme of things. But there's something about being trivialized and looked at as a novelty that I don't like. I don't think that it is necessarily a good thing that you are the gay friend, or they expect you to have this witty, effeminate banter every time you have conversation with them, or use these terms and colloquialisms that are you know, regulated to the black gay community. You know, I don't think that I get it, but I just think that it's great to be just a friend, you know, without that being the definition of it.
There's all these stereotypes. There's so many stereotypes about gay black.
Everybody don't wear high heels.
Right, thank you.
Everybody don't.
No offense
disrespect.
No disrespect
whatsoever.
No offense to no offense.
Real shit.
I do have friends that are very feminine and wear high heels. I have no disrespect for them. I have transgender. Yeah, but
so that's actually one of the best parts about the gay community is that there are so many different interpretations of.
We're not the same. Everybody's different. You know, you have your masculine type, which gets like bypass all the time because they don't think the masculine breed exists in the gay community, honestly. And so when somebody
they know that it does, they just don't.
But when somebody popular say the basketball players that come out, the football players, all of a sudden they want to hype up their story.
Well, I think that it's amazing. This is what I think.
It's amazing.
I think that it is a reality check that is uncomfortable for some heterosexual people to face and then interpret when they deal with a person who may not be outwardly gay in their
stereotypes.
Because then they're faced with the reality that being gay is not necessarily you being, you know, someone who is cartoonish in your appearance. You know, there really is a person behind all of that, and it makes them face. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not laughing at you.
Yeah, like
Wesley, just the whole the whole feminine thing. That was funny.
It was hilarious. I mean, Wes thought we was about to get it in the comments, but
no, I'm just saying because you know some of them are watching right now.
Which good, but I just think that.
Can you snap for me?
No, because I don't do that. And there's nothing wrong with people who
I'll
don't.
Snap.
Yeah.
Hey girl, how you doing?
It's easier for some women or whatever to sit up with a guy who may have, you know, mannerisms that are like that than it is with the guy who they're looking at and thinking, well, like, this is weird, or, you know, easy, and trying to figure, because people always feel like they have to figure you out. And so it's easier for them to deal with something that is right in their face versus the unknown.
I think it's very important. Here's the thing. I think it's very important to be yourselves regardless. And then when people like those stereotypes that find out that you're gay, they're going to accept you more because you're who you are. For example, I had a friend in the military. I have a friend in the military. And you know, there's quite a few of us that were gay, but a lot of them were a little more flamboyant. And when I told them I was, then they didn't have a problem with it. It was like, whatever, nigga, you're like my homie. But then they didn't care too much for the other ones. So like, it's like, I think it's important if you're yourself and like you just treat everybody with the same respect and the same intent of being just a friend, then I think it wouldn't even matter.
And sometimes people make that their own issue.
Yeah.
Like you can easily step into a room.
It's an insecurity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and you can see that a mile away.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And people will pounce on that when they see that shit. But if it's not an issue for you sometimes, and you don't make that your platform, you don't make that, you know, I'm gonna go into this room full of people that are heterosexual, but I'm gonna do things that are obviously gay so that they know that that's what I am, and then they'll deal with me because of that. You know, sometimes you don't have to make it about that, and if people know, they know. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sometimes you don't even have to make it about yourself.
Can you give me a Corona?
Okay.
Thank you.
It's never
or you
that
can just
deep.
open it. Thank you. My nigga, man, hook me up, man.
Yeah.
My nigga.
Wesley, would you like something?
No, I'm good with this.
Metrell is the best bartender in the world. Thank you. So yeah, y'all. That's
I'm not a bartender. Dustin's trying it. I'm not a bartender.
I would be a bartender.
What's wrong with being a bartender?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
They're sexy.
I actually want to do that. So anybody in the New York City metropolitan area that's looking for a bartender, I would love to come and tend your bar.
Well, me and Dustin did bartending like at a couple of parties.
We did.
We did. It was fun.
But yeah. Anyway, so that's just how I feel. I have a very loving family. My siblings were my first friends. I'm very close with my sister and my brother. My brother is a poster boy for the heterosexual black male culture. He's very attractive. He gets a lot of attention, and he has never ever it's just never been an issue, and so I'm grateful for those relationships.
Yeah, that's
because
awesome.
they made me.
Dustin low-key just called his brother a hoe. If y'all didn't listen to that,
No, he's not. He's
just
happily
called
married, and I love my
What's your
sister.
point?
Yeah, so yeah, so.
Y'all see that? Yeah,
But I love my brother,
yeah.
and I'm grateful for those relationships because they have made me comfortable in any setting. You know what I mean? And so I don't really even give it a second thought.
Sometimes coming
That's
out to like I came out to my sister, and me and my sister, we used to fight like cats and dogs, like growing up and everything, and we never had that great relationship.
Yeah.
When I came out to my sister, everything just all those issues just went away. Like she supports me, like
Amazing.
posted all the shit. She posted all the shit on her Facebook of all the extrication, especially with the video and the shit. I'm like, oh. All right, it's
That's
amazing.
so dope.
Thing.
Sometimes it happens like that, and sometimes it doesn't.
It brought us closer. Yeah, it doesn't always happen.
Because my mom, although she doesn't want to admit it, she's not remotely excited about it, but she supports me because I'm her son, and the same thing with my brother. But at the end of the day, for me, I have to realize that I'm okay with myself. And that just helps me in not caring about what other people think about me, just because of the way that I choose to, well, not choose to, but the way that I live my life. I don't know, but it's different for everyone. So, yeah.
Where do you fall in? This is an interesting conversation. I'm fascinated with family dynamics, and I'm fascinated with the fibers and how they make us like who we are and different intricacies of our personality. So where do you fall in line, like with your siblings? How many of you guys is it?
I only talk about my brother, but I have a sister.
Okay, so fuck it.
Yeah.
So is your brother older or younger than you?
Younger.
He's
7 years younger. Born
7
on my
years
birthday.
younger. My brother is 8 years older than me. Born on your birthday?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, y'all have the same birthday.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is so dope.
No, it's not. No,
I mean, it wasn't when I was younger, but it's hot. It's a hot concept. I like it. It's something that would normally bring you closer, or should bring you closer.
Not should.
I would say
Could.
I would say. I think because usually when I tell people that, they're like, "Oh my God, like, are y'all like the best of brothers?" But we just aren't. Like, we're completely like night and day.
not laughing, but just the way he.
We just aren't. It's the truth. I mean, we're not.
I think sharing a birthday with your sibling, unless you're a twin, is the worst thing. It's the worst thing. Your birthday is the only day you can be selfish and it's all about you. So if it's not a twin and you're sharing a birthday with a fucking younger brother and then you have to share that shit, hell no, I'm sorry.
It was hot.
I'll throw that little motherfucker out the balcony.
It was hot growing up because you'll never forget their birthday. I mean, it's always something that you can share with that person.
But you're never gonna forget a sibling's birthday anyway.
I didn't celebrate my birthday growing up.
No.
Oh. What's that about?
I didn't start celebrating my birthday until I
Okay,
became
we're
an
listening.
adult.
What's that about? You gonna get personal for a second?
I won't get personal.
Then don't even say it.
We can talk about it.
No, there's no.
we can talk about it.
What we're gonna talk about for?
No, I mean it's just about religion.
But it's a personal
I was
thing.
raised in a faith where they don't celebrate like birthdays and holidays.
Oh.
So you know what I mean? Yeah.
You were.
I know you're gonna be mature and have this conversation as an adult.
We're gonna.
Now he gotta be mature though. Now he gotta be mature. Now he gotta be mature, right?
Like you
So
wear your
you-
pants pulled up and not falling off your ass.
So you
Right.
were a Jehovah's
Right.
Witness.
Right.
I grew up in a
Jehovah's
faith
Witness.
where
Were you Jehovah's Witness?
I grew
Dustin?
up in a faith.
I'm asking you a question.
And I'm answering your
Okay.
question. I grew up in a faith where birthdays and holidays are not celebrated. So I did not grow up celebrating my birthday. Now the funny thing about this,
were you Jehovah's Witness?
Let me explain, because this
answer that question.
There may be people watching this who are Jehovah's Witnesses.
Sorry, it has nothing to do with you.
So here's what's called Jehovah's Witnesses.
Okay, so you was Jehovah's Witnesses.
So here's the thing. What's interesting? So you were? Yeah, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. Yes.
Okay, interesting.
And so which now like adds a whole dynamic to.
What are you now?
I'm a Christian.
So can you please tell me what the difference is between Jehovah's Witness and a Christian?
They're Christians, so there is no difference.
So you're Christian. So are you Baptist, non-denominational, Presbyterian?
A Jehovah's Witness
Catholic?
is another interpretation.
I know
of
what Jehovah's Witness is.
Obviously not. If you're asking me that.
No, because they have their own beliefs.
No,
they have their own beliefs. I'm asking you their beliefs.
So I'm about to explain it to you.
Explain it.
So introduce that bottom lip to the top one and shut the fuck up. Now here's the thing. Being a Jehovah's Witness,
I'm not going there with you.
The road is closed. But here's
it's
the
not
thing.
closed. It's wide open.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Being a Jehovah's Witness is just like being a Baptist or being non-denominational or whatever. It's just a different interpretation of Christianity. You know how like Baptists are Christians or Catholics are Christians?
Okay, we know Christians. I'm not talking about Christians. It's completely different branches, like military. Boom, Navy.
Exactly.
But what I'm asking is,
what's the difference between?
Are you in a specific denomination?
Your denomination would be that you are a Jehovah's Witness.
You in a specific?
Me?
Yes.
Well, I don't believe in organized religion. Period.
So you're non-denominational.
I'm not even that. I have a spiritual. I believe in God, and I have a spiritual connection with God, and I live my life based on having.
Well, that sounds non-denominational.
It may sound like that, but for me, it's not. And so I live my life based upon. Like, you know, having a general moral sensibility with my decision making.
So your beliefs growing up,
and see, for me,
why did we get on religion?
This is a great conversation, though.
No, it's not.
As long as you can have it without making it personal, it's great.
It's not personal. It's not personal. Right. I'm non-denominational. I used to be Baptist, but that's a whole different story. So like, so being a Jehovah's Witness, I never knew it was Jehovah's. I just always thought it was Jehovah's Witness.
You don't read, but go ahead. Because clearly there's an apostrophe and S on every sign that you have ever seen that says that. There's an apostrophe and an S after the word Jehovah.
You know, Dustin,
I love you more. And Dustin, I love you. We gonna move forward.
I love you. And I thought we was having I love you. I thought we was having a mature conversation.
We are going to have a mature conversation.
Well, that involves.
You're not gonna take any liberties whatsoever in conversation with me about any of this.
Well, there's no liberty. I just simply said,
and that's great.
There's no liberty.
That's a conversation to have.
Then shut the fuck up and have it.
So finish going.
What does that mean?
I ain't West.
What does that mean?
Finish going. Just what it is, and it don't have nothing to do with
you. He just read me.
It don't have nothing to do with me, but he gonna mention me though. It has nothing to do with me, but he's gonna mention me.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to be really good.
At the end of the day,
I'm trying my best to be really good with Dustin. So like
what
I
is
was
the
saying in the first place,
point of this fucking conversation?
Yapping your lips and you shut them up and listen to me. What I was saying
take off
was,
your hat too.
What I was saying was, don't you have a big ass head, y'all?
I do.
Don't look.
That's the trade-off between Metrell and I. He took half off. I put half on.
Look at this.
So
look at y'all. See this hat?
All right.
Y'all see my hat? Let me show y'all something.
Isn't that great?
Y'all see how his hat just swallows?
That shows you how much faster I think than him. You see that? Isn't that cool?
That just shows how empty it is
I'm
up there.
2 steps ahead.
There's a lot of air up there.
Thank you.
Get this hat. You fucking asshole. You can't see. Here's the thing. You can't be nice to Dustin because when you.
Why would you tell people that?
When you try to have a mature conversation, which he brought up in the first place, and I was trying to have it, he read me like right then. You can't be nice to Dustin. You gotta go. You gotta go for the gut. The gut. you gotta get all up in it.
What was the whole point of mentioning religion anyway? Where were we going with that?
We were talking about birthdays. That's how it came up.
No.
But anyway, what were you asking me? Because I'll answer any questions you.
I was asking like, well, it doesn't.
Intelligent questions.
Well, all of my questions are intelligent. Thank you.
Okay. I'm not saying that. I'm just letting you know the ones that I'm gonna answer. Thank you. So go ahead.
Thank you. Have I ever asked you a
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Metrell.
I'm listening.
See, here's the thing. Now you're ready to get off topic because you don't have any intelligent questions to ask me.
Oh.
So you want to try to veer off and talk about, different shit or whatever. Let's talk. If you have questions about
I'm
that
gonna go the
religion
mature route.
I'm gonna
go the mature route because
I
we
would
are
love to
religion.
answer.
I'm gonna
But
go
if
the
not,
mature route because that is what you said we'll do, but you haven't had a mature conversation since you said that.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
So you keep.
This is the great thing about life and adulthood. There is a reset button. So let's press it.
There is no reset button.
Let's start fresh from right here. Okay.
So my question to you, Mr. Ross.
Yes.
Is
What you want to ask me?
Stop it.
What am I doing?
Stop.
Okay.
You're not Janet.
Right. Who is Janet?
Oh.
I know Janet. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's not talk about her. Go ahead.
Why can't we
Go
talk about Janet?
ahead. Go ahead.
What were you gonna ask me, Metrell?
So my question is like, okay, being a Jehovah's Witness,
With apostrophe.
See, that's Wes's shade. I didn't even do that. So just finish going.
That was actually that was toward you because
I know, and that's what I'm saying. That's Wes's shade.
So being a Jehovah's Witness or whatever, and now just I'm gonna say non-denominational because you're very non-denominational because that means you just believe there's a higher power and don't give in to all the other.
I can see where you would make that correlation. It's just not that for me. I don't say that I'm non-denominational.
I get that, but what's so different? Like, what's the difference between growing up with that and dealing with those situations to now and like how you choose to live your life being a Christian?
There is less structure. There is less. When you are a member of the Christian congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, there are certain rules that you have to live by, based upon your faith and your beliefs. And there's a difference between being an adult and somebody knocking on your door and presenting you with that information and you making a choice.
I used to hate those knocks.
And you may remember we staying above board.
I'm just talking.
I know, but it's not about us because we can crack that joke. But it's just about the viewers. So we staying above board. So there's a difference between somebody knocking on your door and presenting that to you as an option, and you saying that makes sense to me. I'm going to change my life and live that way. Versus being a child and being told that, and your parents having made that decision and then telling you that this is what you are supposed to do and this is the only right way to do things.
So it's really not.
So as an adult, you just are afforded the opportunity to ask questions and have them answered and make decisions for yourself. So there's a big difference between the way that I live my life now versus what is the traditional sense of being, a practicing
So how far
member.
away from traditional did you get?
Very far.
I'm trying to get comfortable.
Are you uncomfortable?
He is.
I'm trying to just relax and get comfortable.
Would you like more room?
That would be great. But he's like all over here. Anyway, go ahead. Y'all keep talking.
Let's feel left out.
No, I need some more wine.
Oh, it's right there.
That's the Chardonnay.
That is why. That is why.
That is the Chardonnay that I don't want. I want.
But you didn't say. Well,
let's not get into specifics, please.
Okay, but you said wine. Just FYI, you said wine.
You don't try it, Metrell. Don't try it.
So anyway, Dustin, I would like to get in a conversation outside the camera.
Okay.
Because I've always been interested. I used to wonder because, honestly, it's really no different than any other religion. Because, growing up in that, you're told what you're told, and that's what it is. But when you get older and you start finding out things for yourself as you do deeper studies, because certain things don't make out to be what they,
because you may have questions.
Yeah, right. you have all kind of questions and everything.
I think it's a really, really personal thing.
It is.
And so I always try to respect everybody's beliefs and everybody's room to create their own circumstance with that. Because of, like, remember we just had a conversation about teachable moments. And there's nothing more personal than like religion and politics and sexuality. So it's so hard in those situations not to make it personal, but I feel like it's the greatest exercise in patience in conversation that you can have. So when I do speak about religion with people or have conversations like that, I work incessantly to make it not personal and to try to be open to everybody's viewpoint, not as far as changing my own, but just as far as accepting it as relevant. You know what I mean? And so that's how I feel about religion. So I don't like saying that, you know, you might feel like it may not right. I'd rather say like, you know, you may have questions, you know what I mean, or whatever. Because for me, for Dustin, I just believe in living my life with a sense of accountability when it comes to morality. And
you the one mentioned it.
Versus, this is where your editing skills come in.
He doesn't edit nothing.
Well, so, with this I have to, cause.
But versus like, you know, versus like, you know, that's just what I think. You get it.
Hi, my name is Wesley, and I'm bored with this conversation.
Are you bored with this conversation?
No, I just don't. I don't deal with religion like at all. Like I don't even think about it. I don't.
When we started that, Wesley was like.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
I understand that. I understand why too.
Yeah, it's just. But yeah.
How do you feel? Do you mind talking about it or no?
Yeah, religion is not.
Don't get on. No, he's not gonna talk about it.
Okay.
Next. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Dustin, how you doing?
Great.
How was your day?
My day was fantastic.
Chocolate, how was your day?
My day was fine.
I cooked this morning. Well, actually this afternoon.
You know how to cook?
Yeah.
What do you cook?
Anything.
Do you know how to cook?
No.
I think it's a black man's duty to know how to cook.
Some things, so. But
my mother taught me and my brother how to cook because she said like a guy needs.
Your mommy taught you?
Yeah.
My Grammy taught me.
My nigga. I'll tell somebody in a minute, you know, I can fuck with your mom and them on a holiday. Like, like I'll fuck with you on Christmas.
Right. So you throw it down like that?
Yeah,
oh,
like you have to. But I made breakfast this morning, well, this afternoon for myself. And if you go to my Instagram, which is look at Dustin, LOOKAT.
Plug.
DUSTIN.
Plug.
I posted a picture of myself making myself some pancakes and eggs this afternoon.
Was you naked in?
Right, I was gonna ask you that.
Was you naked in just an apron?
For answers to these questions, you can go to look at Dustin.
Let's go to look at Dustin. We're gonna find out if he was naked in a robe.
Because he be giving those artistic poses.
Not a robe. Was you naked in an apron?
No, I didn't wear an apron. I'm black. I'm a nigga. I don't wear no apron when I cook. I put my foot in shit. We ain't got time for wearing aprons and measuring and all that shit. We real cooks.
Dustin, shut the fuck up.
Just letting you know.
See, Dustin talk too much sometimes.
I'm just letting you know we real cooks around here. But Metrell is regimented to a cookbook. That is his business. I don't have to measure and all that shit and appropriate.
Actually,
I know what I'm doing. So
Metrell don't use cookbooks.
Well then.
Metrell doesn't use cookbooks. I'm from the South.
Have your moment.
I'm from the South.
I'm from the Midwest, baby. Everybody migrated to Detroit.
What's your best dish that you cook?
Thank you, huh?
What's the best dish?
My macaroni and cheese is legendary. My greens are legendary.
I have not tried any of this. I have not tried any of this. I've been Dustin's friend for I don't know how long now. I've yet
to try. The only thing I've tried of yours is your wings.
And he was like,
and who can't make wings?
Oh no. They're just no. Everybody can't make chicken.
I mean, they were all right.
But you know, you're right. Everybody can't make chicken wings. How'd you
Stop
make them?
Stop playing. Were they all right?
They were all right. Yeah.
They were all right.
Yeah.
Say what you said that night.
They were all right.
Say what you said that night.
They were all right.
See, he playing.
Oh, this is me not telling the whole truth.
He playing.
You're not compromising.
Right.
It's not even a compromise. He's playing right now. This is what he does.
So yeah, you guys, I like to cook. I think that is a necessary skill. I believe that there are some. This is interesting.
Would that be like stop you from getting to know someone or try to be in a relationship with them if they did not cook?
What? Metrell is so childish and petty.
What is that? Don't touch the camera. Leave the camera alone.
He is so petty. Like,
what is that of?
Y'all see that?
Metrell is so
that's Dustin in the kitchen.
Metrell is so petty. But no, what were you asking me, Wes?
Is that a deal breaker for you being involved with someone if they don't know how to cook?
No, because I would actually rather do it myself.
Everybody don't know how to cook.
And that's just real. That's when it comes to like cooking and cleaning, you have to have a general sense of cleanliness, but you can leave like the heavy work to me when it comes to like cooking and cleaning. That way I know it's right. You understand what I'm saying?
I like to take turns.
That's fine.
And there you go. He finally answered that question for y'all.
We grown.
For
so
y'all.
we stand above board. But I think that you know, we are grown ups. We are grown ups. We are grown ups.
Metrell.
We are grown ups. And we are stand above board.
Stay safe, buddy. Stay safe.
I'm good.
Stay safe.
Don't play with me. I'm good. Don't play with me. I'm good. Because we can go back and forth. You lucky Dustin is the referee.
And honestly, there's nothing wrong with a flip-flop relationship. It's probably actually the best relationship you probably can have.
He answered y'all question. There you go.
Well, if you don't remember it, the very first interview that we did, I said I always wanted a flip-flop relationship.
I don't remember.
That's not saying that my relationship now is flip-flop, or that's not saying that any relationship.
That's not saying that it's not flip-flop.
Yeah, it's not saying that it's not. It's just saying that a flip-flop relationship is probably the best relationship you can have.
He answered y'all question.
There's no battle. It is what it is. Bitch, I'm gonna get it, and bitch, you gonna get it too. I'm gonna be your bitch for the night, and in that same night, you're gonna be my bitch.
Why does the person gotta be a bitch though?
It's just a term. It's just a word.
Do you call it pussy? Or do you call it ass?
I call it ass. Pussy is pussy. The fuck? Pussy, I'm sorry, pussy is pussy.
We are so smart.
Why are we
and
even
there are so many things that we can talk about? Like,
why what?
Like, let me just tell them how.
Why he gonna act like he all higher than thou when he just brought up the damn conversation?
Like higher than thou. I just felt like there's so much of that conversation going on that if that's what you're looking for, you have several outlets that are fantastic that will provide you with that. We happen to be three gentlemen who, I'm not too sure about your background, but I know that like me and Metrell both are educated and we are well read. And there's a lot of things that like we can talk about beyond, you know, typical, you know, gay tongue.
This your friend.
Dustin's tried everybody on this
How?
You tried it.
What is your background? Are you educated?
Don't do it.
How?
You tried it.
You know.
I'm not even going to justify that with
because I did not. And let me on camera and on God and right here, honestly. Like I meant absolutely.
Dustin, stop lying.
Nothing. I swear to God, on my mama, on my mother.
The very first topic we had.
It's all good. It's all good.
Dustin's lying.
No, I'm not. I swear to God, I don't even do that. I like to.
There's a Jerry J read right there.
I'm not one of them. I don't do that whole reading thing. Like that's not my thing. But
you've been doing this whole fucking video. What are you talking about?
Whatever you like. All I'm saying is. That's not what I was doing.
What term or what word would you like to describe it?
You've been alright with me. You my nigga. Like I would not try to play you. You know what I'm saying?
It's not about playing you.
That's it.
I'm not.
That's fine. But it's not even about you feeling indifferent. It's just about me letting you know. Like it's not.
Y'all see how Dustin likes to talk around situations?
It ain't about talking.
This is what he does.
I'm keeping it real in this motherfucker.
He does.
So, but my original point, which is what we are getting away from, which makes no sense, is that there are so many other things that we can talk about. I think that's a great conversation to have. I don't
want to have that conversation.
That's it. Don't you, Wes?
You went and turned left.
So no, you made a comment. You made a comment, and I expounded on it.
That's it.
You made a comment, I expounded on it. We're gonna keep it pushing. So to the left.
We could easily sit up on here on this camera.
It's not that dramatic.
We could sit up here on camera and talk about private parts and being
you know what I want to talk about?
Of that. But there's so much other shit we could.
You know what I'm talking about?
I definitely didn't say that.
Oh,
and ain't nobody ever. No one else.
We're not even going there. Y'all see? No.
I'm just
we're too mature for size conversation. That's not happening. We won't have a size conversation on this video. No.
You know it's got to be one in the conversation. So why not be me? Right. Thank you.
You just really Dustin.
Yeah. Somebody got to steer the ship.
That is not you. We're steering together.
He's very shy.
Who?
Who's shy?
Me? I'm shy.
Yeah. I mean, what? The battery's about to run out. You know, this is like a 2-hour video.
What?